Hi, this is Alex from 4.5. We're talking about 10 growth hacks for your property management business in 2016 and beyond. Here with me is
Jordan Muela.
He's with a company called
Lead Simple.
Lead Simple. Yeah, Jordan, good to have you. So, Jordan and I did a podcast a few weeks ago, on the 10 growth hacks. It was very popular, so I want to kind of recap things and maybe come up with something new as we go along. So let's go right into it. What's the first growth hack that you recommend for property managers to implement?
First one we talked about was productized rental reports. This is new and yet not so new. So there are companies like RentRange or Rentometer that you can use to produce a graphical report that will give you some basic information about the property, valuations, comparables, etc. Everybody knows that. If you're not using something that has graphics, I recommend doing so. But furthermore, what we really like is using this as an offer. When somebody goes to your site, if you're going to offer them the ability to get that report, have a graphic, have that sexy chart that you can slap up on your site, and more people are going to fill out those forms. You're going to generate more leads.
My growth hack number 2 is content. So this goes right along with that initial, have a smaller ask on your website. A content just like this can help you produce nice video written blogs, educate your clients about property management, perils of managing a property, all these things. Put them in a little ebook and give them the ability to download this stuff. Not only you will get found, but not only you will get a lead that wants to kind of educate themselves on property management, but you also get found online with your content being the driver for a lot of the keywords that your customers are searching for. Content is number 2.
My point number 3 is lead nurturing. As it pertains to what he just said, we want to bring people in early. For most property management companies, they're only having sales conversations when somebody is ready to have a sales conversation. Ideally, you want to talk to potential buyers earlier on in the sales process. When they're doing research, they want to get educated, have that content, feed it out to them, allow them to jump into the buying process and into your sales cycle as early as possible, and then with content slowly pull them in one email at a time closer to the sale. That's point number 3 is lead nurturing.
So number 3, lead nurturing, drip campaigns?
Absolutely.
Email drip campaigns, okay. Now, number 4, reputation. By far, no matter how good your sales process is, you will not close as many leads as you would with solid, stellar reputation. Care a lot. Get obsessed about your company's reputation, but obsessed in the good way. Don't obsess over bad reviews. Obsess over good ones. Get your happy customers to speak on your behalf online. Drown out the negativity, because 98% of your customers are happy. Come up with ways to let them speak on your behalf.
Love it. Super smart. My point number 5 is throttling pay-per-lead services. And this one's kind of controversial. A lot of people have mixed feelings about pay-per-lead services, but I love them for 2 reasons. The first is we know that in aggregate, at a high level, looking at thousands of leads, they work. And the number 2 is it will tell you a lot about your sales process. If you turn the spigot on, you have leads coming in, and you're finding that nothing is closing, rather than defaulting to suspecting that the lead provider is not working, default to suspecting that maybe your sales process needs some improvement. It's a battleground, and so that's why we like it, because it's a kind of a proving ground.
Yeah, excellent. Pay per lead, and my hack will be pay per click. Pay per click, the customer acquisition costs all in range from $300 to $700. Let's call it $500. Would you buy a customer for $500 if they're going to produce a lifetime revenue stream of $10,000?
No brainer.
It's not even a question. It's not even a question I need to pose. The answer is absolutely. So pay per click. But there's some tips and tricks there. So make sure you do your research. You hire a company that specializes in pay per click management specifically for property managers. Here's why. Multiple constituencies. You have owners and tenants. You do not want to pay for tenants. You want to pay for owners, and that's what you want. But pay per click is your growth hack of the year, I would say. Right now, the getting is good.
All right, point number 7 is calling FRBOs, for rent by owner. So everybody knows that on the real estate side of thing, calling expireds is a very common practice. It's not pleasant or fun, but it does work. And it's the same thing for property management. Calling those FRBOs, these could be Craigslist ads, this could be the for sale by owners, but these qualified prospects, calling them and doing cold dialing can work. Has to be done in a structured process. It is its own kind of unique special animal, but if you get good at it, it can work. One vendor to look at is propertymanagementleads.com for that purpose. What you got next?
Interesting. Well, what I got next is another kind of one of those networking and actual individual effort things is join local organizations. This is something that very few people do, and even less do it right. Joining local organizations like Chamber of Commerce, your local Rotary Club, anything to do with people associated in your local area, you want to be part of it for two reasons. Number one, you get referrals. You talk to people about what you do, and you'll eventually start getting referrals, and that's going to work for you really well. But the second thing is you will get a link, an organic link to your website. So in other words, your profile listed on the Rotary Club with your company's website will be a valuable inbound link for your property management website and will help you rank higher. So joining local organization works on both SEO as well as personal relationship referral kind of leads.
Last point, and I think we're going to share this one, is just having a growth plan, having a structured process for what your aspirations are for this year. A lot of people, if you drill down on what the growth plan is, the plan is more, bigger, better. Those are all good ambitions, but really we want to nail that. We want to get specific at the macro level and then drill down on a weekly, monthly basis what needs to happen to hit those goals.
Yeah, and my thing is having your marketing plan, right? I mean, what is it that you are going to do this year? Okay, you're going to add 100 properties. What are you willing to pay to add those properties? $300 per property. Fine. 100 times 300 is your marketing budget. What channels are you going to employ to spend the money? How are you going to organize that spend? When is your busiest season? Put it on the back of the napkin and then slowly convert it into something that makes sense. I mean, as the years go by, you will approve that plan to give it really, really good structure, and you will be able to execute it, and you will grow as your plan grows. Anyway, if you want to learn more, we've actually spent a good 30 plus minutes talking about this stuff at the podcast. It'll be linked in this blog. Jordan, thank you for your time.
Always a pleasure to be here.
Until next time, thank you for watching.
Please feel free to reach out to us at 4.5.com. We market specifically for property managers. Thank you.